Hello and welcome back to Campaign Crusades. I am Alec J. Wolf. I am your Dungeon Master. I am here as per usual with my Crusaders. We've got Joe Thomas.
Oh, that's me.
Andrew Hickman.
Hi. Hello. How you doing?
Who is laughing?
What happened?
Jake Baker.
What's up?
Morgan Le Fay.
Hey guys, what's up?
Clara Capoletta. Emily Kreider.
Hey.
Ryan Thomas.
Beans.
That is me.
And no one else because I accidentally added inflection to Brian's name.
Oh, not again.
Anyway, we left off last week at the end of Chapter 1, The Legacy of Rhea Burke. We are starting today in Chapter 2, but before we get there, a few things to acknowledge, a little housekeeping. First, you might notice I'm in a different location today. You may call me Andrew from 2 weeks ago.
Hey.
But seriously, you might notice different lighting. The lighting's not great. You might hear some sounds. I am somewhere with my family, and they are loud people. Please bear with me as I deal with the difficulties of it and just trying to give you the best session possible. We're going to return with Chapter 2. Chapter 2, as my players are hearing for the first time, is called The Agents of Chaos.
Sounds like my specialty.
Yes,
Oh,
you all
no.
will learn in due time that Andrew is our resident agent of chaos, and a master out of
hopefully-
that,
Next season, you'll be able to hear me talk.
if he's lucky. You will hear him talk if he is lucky.
Yeah, not being able to speak is not a
Anyway.
hurdle.
So we're going to jump back into things. Where we left off last week, after visiting a professor whom Bo and Kai know, they've discovered that the only way to get more information, it seems, on the Pendant of Lunamancy, or rather the Pendant of the Lunamancer is its proper name, is to travel to Dark Void, where the only living soul in Dark Void, Alina Grandier, has been for the past 30-something years. The party has decided, because they cannot travel there for 2 weeks as a result of the planar cycle, to A, prepare for what they can, and B, for Lola and family, figure out if there's any possible way, because they don't want to have to travel through Dark Void. It seems dangerous, it seems unsafe, and crazy. So it is a 2-week gap between the end of that last session and the start of this session. As we enter Chapter 2, we are going to start now by covering what happened in the last 2 weeks. So please join us as we return to the race for Rivaryn.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, we return now to Rivaryn, where at the start of the 2 weeks, our party is all in the city of Viel, seemingly all lodging in a single 2-bedroom apartment that were once the homes of Kai and Bo. The only real beds there are a pull-out couch, and 2 full-size beds, one in each bedroom, that made up their specific rooms. Can I ask who's staying in that dorm room and what the sleeping arrangement is for all of you?
I've thought about it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? Or is anyone staying in a hotel? Or are people sleeping in sleeping bags on the floor?
Wait, are
This
all
is up
of
to
us
all
in
of
that
you.
room?
You're the players.
I'm a lemur.
I build
Nah,
world.
Ryan, you go ahead and
inhabit
do it and
world.
share
How
your
do you
idea.
inhabit world?
That you messaged us.
I think Bo and Kai are still in their rooms. Adira is on the pull-out couch. I'm on a sleeping bag, probably next to Adira. But if she doesn't want that at all, then I might try to just be on the floor somewhere else.
If that's
I'll
the
allow
case, if that's the case, I'm gonna offer Lily my bed and just sleep out in the common area.
That's so nice.
Wow.
What about Lola, Ren, and Cook? Are you guys staying in Viel for some time? Or are you immediately heading out?
Oh.
We are immediately heading out.
Cool. All right, so we're going to start exploring the last 2 weeks with our resident echomancer with our lovely Mr. That's another one of me! Kai, what have you been up to over the past 2 weeks?
Well, Kai, before we started on this quest, Kai was, taking classes at this academy and staying in this dorm. And I do want to say really quickly, because only Jake really knows this, and of course Alec knows this, but the dorm itself, like all the furniture and everything, none of it really matches. It's just like the table is made from like a wood, and then there's like one chair that's like kind of like got more bounce to it, and it's like purple, and then another chair that's just like white and like totally wooden, and like there's like sets of blue dishes mixed in with sets of like white dishes. It's just nothing matches. So, and being back here has definitely made Kai just a lot happier than I think he's been in a long time. So I think he's definitely throughout these weeks going to just visit some of the places he used to go while he was staying here, and just kind of forget about everything bad that's been going on, and just try to relive some of his days at the academy.
Wonderful. So as you explore, relive your time at the house, you explore the apartment, you explore the campus, the stuff around you. Is there anything specific you would like to do? Like anything pertinent to the quest? Or anything you would like to, any communications you'd like to have with any members of the group?
I don't think Kai has anything he wants to do about the quest. He doesn't really want to think about the quest right now. I do know that there's a conversation that Bo and Kai need to have, but I don't know, Jake, if you wanted to wait for your turn or if you wanted to do that now.
At least the stuff I have to bring up. I have a couple things I gotta do before then, because I don't know if I'm
Then
gonna
we
bring it
will
up or
wait
not.
for Bo's turn to bring those up.
Awesome.
So let us move on to Bo, but before we do so, Kai, you are back in your apartment that looks like an IKEA showroom, where from first glance it looks like everything matches, but then when you look at each individual section of the showroom, it turns out it doesn't really match all that well. Is there anything specific in the house or in the apartment that you would like to bring with you at the end of your 2 weeks?
Just my normal supplies.
Sounds good. In that case, let's move on to Bo. Bo, you have a lot going on over these 2 weeks. There's a lot put on your plate. Do you have a preferred order in which you would like to do things, or no? Is there anything you would like to do like right away in the first 48 hours?
Yeah, the first bit of time I want to go to the kind of main office or records area of the school and talk to, if anyone's there, talk to whoever's running the place, and I'll probably invite Kai to go with me. Yeah, I just want to find out some information.
I will go.
Cool. So Bo and Kai, you two travel to the records of the school, and you walk into the registrar's office where they keep the records, and there is clearly someone who was a student at the school, not currently a student, sitting, wearing just a normal t-shirt. It's a university, so nobody wears shirt and tie to this type of job. Sitting jean shorts and a t-shirt at the desk, and looks up at you and goes, "Hi, how can I help you?"
Hey, I was just wondering, are there any public student records here that are available? I was a student here until the school shut down.
We can give you your private records. We do have a few public records. Not anything pertaining to a specific student, more so student organizations or student student classes students were in, where students might be referenced? Is there something specific you're looking for?
Yeah, I was trying to just. I had a couple of friends that I was trying to reconnect with. There's Rhea Burke and Aline. How do you spell it? Or how do you pronounce it? Alina Grandier. Oh, yeah. I was just trying to
Excuse me.
get some information on them to see if I can find out where they're at or just find anything.
Certainly. I cannot give you any private records, but I can try to find any public records with their names. Just give me a second. She has a scrying tablet on her desk. For those of you at home, that is equivalent to a computer. She inputs a few words, and she goes, right, I do have one thing. Let me go find it for you. And she goes to the back and comes back about a minute later with a school newspaper dated about math. Dated number of years ago that they went to school. I think it's like 35, maybe? That sounds about right. Like 35 years ago. And the headline is school competitive Mancy team wins championship. Competitive Mancy is not something that existed when you guys went to school. It was deemed too dangerous and taken out of commission. And you see that the school Mancy team was Rhea, Alina, and these two boys who don't seem really relevant to you at all.
All right.
Actually, no. You do see one boy who's relevant. And this one boy who is relevant you recognize to be Mads, your friend Mads, his older brother. But
Okay.
you know his older brother, and you know that his older brother would not have useful information. His older brother, from talking to him on multiple occasions, his older brother is a pathological liar. So
Okay.
you won't have any idea what's true and what's not.
Okay.
All right. Is this like
Nice.
a physical newspaper, or is this on her scrying tablet?
It's a physical newspaper. It is the Larkstone Academy Times.
Can I just look at that for a few minutes?
Certainly, it's public knowledge.
All right. I'll take it and go over to Kai and just read through it, see if there's anything interesting in there.
You two can make an investigation check for me.
Oh my gosh. Ah, that was almost a nat 20. Investigation. 11.
I also got an 11.
Oh, we're
Cool.
so good.
So you read through it. The gist of the article is that they were a school Mancy team. They went to Dalia, where they competed against the old Dalia University.
Consistency, if nothing
team.
else.
They won the championship. Turns out Rhea and Alina were very gifted at Lunamancy and Planomancy, respectfully. In fact, apparently, Alina skipped her second semester of her first year at the school because she was so gifted in it that they realized that that she could take all of the courses for the first 2 semesters in her first semester, and so she became a second year student very early. Rhea, it seemed, only ever had A's except for it says one practical mistake she made, it seems. She's always was an A student. And it's about the gist of what you see on the paper.
All right.
You also can tell from the image, it looks like they
I
were
wish.
best friends.
Well, Kai, that was useless. I was hoping to find something a little more here, but guess we'll have to keep searching. And I give the newspaper back.
The woman goes, "Thank you. Is there anything else I can help you with?"
No, thanks. That's all I need.
All right, have a great day.
Yeah, you too.
Cool. And as you leave, she goes back to her work. What else is Bo doing
Have a magical day.
over the course of the 2 weeks?
Right. All right, so probably the next thing he's gonna be doing is going to the Omnis shop.
And I know you had talked to Adira about going with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna invite her to go along. But
Cool.
before we start heading there, I'm gonna tell Adira to just start making her way down the hall, and I want to talk to Lily just for a quick second.
Oh no, okay.
I'll head down the hall.
Bang him away.
Lily, can I talk to you for a moment?
Sure.
All right. I take out my sapphire shard. It's in my hand, but so it's not visible yet. And I don't take it off my neck. I just hold it in my hand. So you said that sapphire necklace you have was your mother's, right?
Yes.
Was there any mention who gave it to her?
Not that I remember. I think the paper said that she was saving it for my 21st birthday.
Alright, and I reveal my sapphire necklace. This belonged to someone I care deeply for once. I can't help but these shards found each other for some reason. I think whoever gave your mother that shard has something to do with this. I could be wrong. But, yeah, maybe we can find some answers through whoever gave it to you, or gave it to your mom. Just
Yeah. We saw a. I'm confused. Why would I'm just gonna keep stammering.
I don't know why either of these pieces are in pieces, but there's got to be a reason. Maybe we'll find out in Dark Void.
Yeah.
And anyway, I just wanted to see if there was any mention, but I guess I'll head out.
Okay.
Cool. So you end your conversation and you go to the Omni shop with Adira. The two of you make it to the Omni shop. There are Omnimech parts and just Omnimechs in general all over it. It's kind of a mess, but it's also a little organized. And as you walk in, there is an older woman. Seems like she spent the majority of her years smoking, standing behind the counter, toying with. It seems like the hand mechanism for an older model of an Omnimech. And as you come in, she goes. She speaks and she goes, "Hi, welcome to the Omni shop. How can I help you?" I told you she was a smoker.
Yeah, you did. Hi, I'd like to see if I could know a bit more about this chip I got, and I take out the Omnimech chip.
She grabs it and looks at it for a second and goes, "Right, if you give me 5 minutes, I can pull up a whole log of information on this thing."
Alright, great.
And she goes into the back as you guys are in the waiting room. While you're waiting for her, are you either of you planning on having any conversation or no?
I think I'll ask, where did you even get that chip anyway?
Well, Kai and I have been kind of looking for answers for a while, and to success, and getting a bit bored. Found that in a little shop on the way to, well, your house, and I figured I'd pick that up and maybe tinker with it a little bit until we found some answers. Yeah, it was just lying around on a little storefront.
Gotcha.
So
it's more.
Oh, so you're continuing? Sorry.
I was gonna say, so it's not necessarily something to do with the tower, just something for you.
Pretty much, yeah. Maybe it'll have some answers, but it's just a side project.
So she comes to the back with the chip and puts it in front of you and goes, well, this is the oldest model of protocol chip I have ever seen. I have never seen anything like it. I think this might even be a prototype chip from one of the first Omnimex. It is old. It's literally a version 001. Version 001 is the model Omnimex. It seems like this Omnimex was not programmed to be a caretaker or a nurse or a factory worker or anything. It seems like this was a general protocol Omnimex. In fact, there was protocol in terms of and this Omnimex was already given a name and everything. The name that it seemed was programmed into this chip was Lou. Loo, Lou. No idea why an Omnimex this old would have a name protocol. Usually the Omnimex didn't have protocols until version 105s, but it does. So, hope that was helpful. It seems like this Mac was programmed to be a general assistant bot. It had several generic functions, hold, carry, lift, drive, which no Omnimex in the 001 could drive. So this is really remarkable that you found this.
Alright, thanks. Are there any tools I could purchase from your store to maybe work on this?
Yeah, look around. We have if you're looking for a generic Omnimex upkeep and repair tools, we got a whole section over there. They are $50 for the package.
Yeah, why not? I'll go grab them and pay for those.
Right. And she goes, all right, 50 gold. And I realized the first time I said dollars, that is not correct.
Dollars.
She goes, all right, 50 gold, and you pay, and she gives you the package.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna walk outside. Unless Adira, you need anything.
No, this stuff doesn't interest me that much. I'm good to go.
Right. All right. And
Cool, and you head out of the Omnimex shop.
yeah, as we're walking, I'm just gonna say to Adira, hey, Adira, how old are you?
I'm 13.
You know, I understand why you disobeyed your mother the other day and decided to come on this little expedition with us. I do. You're young, and I don't blame you for wanting to come. You know, there was one time that I was told I couldn't leave my living space, but I didn't listen, just as you did. And, well, I wouldn't be here today where I am if I had listened. It's not much to look at, but at least now I have a chance to, help the people of Rivaryn. Maybe get that tower fixed. Sometime...
How old were you when you were told to stay?
I don't even remember. It was so long ago. But what I want to say is that there's going to be a point that you're going to have to make decisions for yourself. Some rather difficult ones. The world's a dangerous place, as I'm sure your feathery friend knows. But while you're young, you should enjoy it.
Hold on. My feathery friend?
We all saw you shift.
Well, no, I know you saw. It's still me. It's not like an alter.
Yeah.
I am that feathery friend.
All the same? What I want to say is that while you're young, you should enjoy it, and to be honest, I think your mother knows more than you give her credit for, and I'd be careful to learn as much as you can from her before she's gone.
She's not my mom.
Oof!
Sorry, what was that?
She's not my mom. She's my sister. Ria's my mom. And I'm the reason Ria's gone.
I'm see. I imagine at this point, Bo stopped walking. Kind of sits down on one knee and looks up at Adira. Well, I guess that's why you looked a bit glum on the steamliner the other day. Then I apologize for not coming and talking to you sooner. I saw Coco and Ren consoling you for whatever was going on. You know, those two are a bit much for me, but the three of you seem to have a good connection. I'm sorry for
Oh, yeah. They're BFFs.
It's okay. The two of them did what they could. You know, Coco can only do so much as a lemur, and Ren, I think, gave me a pat on the shoulder.
Top
It
notch.
was enough, I guess. I hear what you say about enjoying being young, but it's hard to enjoy anything when you know you're the reason things have gone so wrong.
I wouldn't say that. You had no choice in any of that matter. That is the exact definition of not your fault. You couldn't have done anything to stop that.
Seems like things would be a lot easier if Rhea was here. Lily would have her mom, and you and Kai would have your answers, and instead you have me, and I just make trouble.
You know, to get things done sometimes, you gotta make some trouble. There are things in this world, you know, I've met all kinds of people. People from Rivaryn, people beyond, those that are honorable and those a bit more dishonorable. There's all kinds of people in the world. You just haven't found where you're situated and all that yet. But soon enough you will.
What do I do about Lily?
Kill her.
I don't
Oh,
know
no.
if she's my mom or my sister or both, or I don't know how to talk to her without just feeling so guilty. In our home, she got fired, and I know she'd never admit it, but I know it's because of me. She lost her friends because of me. She has no life because of me. And I feel like she would have just been better off if I wasn't around.
No, I'd counteract that last point. You say she has no life because of you. Those friends and that job, they obviously weren't meant to be if they're not around. But I'm not a parent, and I never will be. But I can tell she cares for you. And you say that she has no life. I'd say you're her life. So
Aw,
just
that's sweet.
yeah, there's some difficulties ahead, but you'll work through them. Family is always number one.
And I'm going to say that the conversation kind of ends there on the basis of we're not meant to be spending all of our time on the 2-week recap, and I want to get to Lily and Lola and family. Bo, is there anything else that we can just summarize that you do over the course of the...
Yeah, I just want to mention one thing at the end of this conversation. So I need to talk to Kai about something. I'm not sure when I'll be talking to him, but with all you've gone through, I'd say you're deserving of knowing one more secret. so you're welcome to join us if you'd like.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be good.
All right.
Cool. And I'm gonna give you the opportunity. Just try to be quick to talk with Kai now. I want to make sure we get to everyone else with enough time to go through the full session.
All right. Yeah. This will be like probably a week and a half into it, because I was kind of scared shitless. Kai, you mentioned at Lily's house the other week, your parents worked hard to get you into school, right?
Yes.
You don't talk about them much. Do they live in Rivaryn?
I guess. I guess it would make sense to tell you this, and I'll try to make it quick. There's a reason that I freak out every time we go on one of those monster freaking steamliners. You know,
Oh,
I saw Lola
oh no.
being such a wonderfully kind soul and taking care of Lily when she was upset, and obviously I could do nothing. I'm not good at that stuff, but I used to have something like that. And the steamliner took that from me. So
I'm sorry about that. I wish I could have known. I would have done my best to find another option.
There's no way around it.
Well, since you're being so forthcoming, I feel like there's something I gotta tell you. There's a reason why I've never told you about myself, at least not beyond the basics. And I throw my jacket on the chair and yell for Adira to come in if she wants to.
Are you yelling?
Well.
Adira, you're also going to get Lily hearing, Adira!
No, just just calling out. I'm assuming she's somewhere else.
I will arrive. I'm here.
And
Kai and Adira.
I show Kai the sapphire necklace as well, and I guess Adira. And this belonged to a person I loved. She passed away a while ago, though I don't know when. Never really had the courage to check, which would have been easy enough to do. Probably would have been in every textbook. But she and I did many great things together. Alright, sorry, I'm getting distracted. The reason I don't know why or when she passed was because I already had.
Wait,
I'm not of this world. Well, that's not entirely accurate, but for this instance, I'm not.
Excuse me? What?
I'm laughing because I knew you were all suspicious. Ugh.
I don't possess a soul. I am, well, Bo Salverson's soul to be precise. I just have my mind, and I'm in this younger body.
So how old are you?
He thinks for a moment, and maybe reaching 110, 120, around there.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Look, if we do this, if we go to Dark Void, even if we travel during the lunar cycle reset thing that happens. I don't know what'll happen to me if I die out here. That's something, but if I go back to Darkvoid, I don't know if I'll be coming back.
You don't know if you'll be coming back if you are killed in Dark Void, or you don't know if you'll be coming back, period.
Period. If I go to Darkvoid at all.
I do want to interject with some information, Bo, that you do know. You cannot be killed in Dark Void because, and you know this, you are Shadow.
Mm.
You are no longer a soul, you are Shadow. You belong to Dark Void. You cannot be killed in Dark Void. Yes, coming back from Dark Void might be a challenge. We will cross that bridge when we get there. But you do know because you are Shadow, not a living soul, your body cannot transform if you die on the mortal plane, which means you will fade out of existence and no longer exist. You know that you already had your chance to fade out of it, or to transform into Shadow and travel to Dark Void when you died the first time.
Even if I manage to get back to Dalia like I did the first time, it may be, who knows how long the tower might already be done, or you guys might have fixed it by then, but I don't
Then
know.
is it even a good idea for you to go?
If there's answers there and everyone's going, there's not much of an option. I might be the best person to get us around in there, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm just gonna need like a minute, and then Kai's just gonna like leave and go for a little walk.
Cool. I'm going to say that this conversation does not resume until a later date. So we're going to go ahead to Lily. Are you doing anything specific over the course of these 2 weeks?
Yeah, so the first day, I think as I'm trying to give Adira space, I'm going to take out some paints and a paintbrush that I brought and attempt to paint a little bit.
Cool. Give me a... I want you to give me a wisdom save.
Okay. 19.
Okay. So you're painting, and as you're painting, you get this feeling that there's something about these paints. Because you know they were a gift from your mom. And you're painting, something about these paints. These were a gift back when your mom was alive. You just never got the chance to really use them. And you paint a very beautiful image on the page, and suddenly it just bursts out at you with a full color spray, and you are blinded for like a good 10 minutes. You come to the discovery that you own magical paints.
That's cool. Well, I will put those away. And I think save those for another time. And I'll focus on trying to explore the pendant of the Lunamancer.
Awesome. So as you're looking at the pendant of the Lunamancer, you do discover that there is some powerful magic within it. It seems like this was a special item that anyone who studied lunamancy could use. That would allow them to help themselves or help their allies. Specifically, the ally who possesses the pendant of the Planimancer. Although that's now long gone, as you know. I just added the pendant of the Lunamancer to your inventory. You can look at it in your inventory if you refresh your page.
Awesome.
And is there anything else you do?
No, I'm just giving Adira a lot of space.
Cool. Adira, are you doing anything else specific during the 2 weeks? I apologize to Morgan, Clara, and Andrew. We are getting to you soon.
I'm vibing.
I think she is writing. If she can find anywhere that's not largely inhabited, she's probably going to get a little flying in. Just doing a lot of thinking. And I think if she has any exploration time, she's really interested in finding out more about who the Guardian is.
Cool. So give me an investigation check.
It's an 11.
So you get the sense the Guardian was this like one-time thing that directly correlated to your mother's birth, because there is nothing about the Guardian in texts, in the library, on the Scrynet. I don't know what to call it. The Scrynet.
Scrynet.
Sure, that's the internet. There is. Do not abuse that, guys. It is not within theme. There is nothing really that you can find on the Guardian. It seems like the Guardian was a very specific thing. This pertains directly to your mother's birth. The only way you'll be able to find out more about this or your sister's birth, rather. The only way you'll be able to find out more about this is learning more about your mom, or your newfound mom. It's a pain, but I tell you right now, out of character, there is a reason why you can't find anything else about the Guardian. Anyway, are you doing anything else?
I think, at least a week goes by, I think, before Adira is going to talk to Lily. I'm so sorry, Morgan and friends.
You just don't want us to talk.
Honestly, I'm just vibing, yeah. I'm with Morgan. I'm enjoying listening to this.
There's a lot of information coming to light.
There
Honestly,
really
I did not
is.
expect
Oh my gosh.
those revealed to be for at least another 2 weeks, so...
Bill.
Shit. Okay. I will approach Lily in the apartment and say, hi,
Hi.
Mom. Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Were you ever
Bless you.
mad or disappointed that I was
Bless you.
born?
Bless you.
You had to take care of me?
No, I don't. I can honestly say that never. The only times I ever felt frustrated were when I felt like I couldn't take care of you properly. Or, getting attacked by a werewolf and then not being able to take you back in time to revert.
I can't help but feel like I ruined everything for you.
Whatever life I had before you, clearly they were the wrong people. They turned their back on me.
They took Lily and turned her around.
They just twist. And you're like the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Adira's gonna cry and just kind of fall into
I'm gonna
Lily's
hug
lap.
her.
Awesome. I think we're going to cut Lily and Adira off there. Lola, welcome into the fray. Lola, Red, and
We're
Coco.
still here?
So you all travel out. Is there any specific location you guys are traveling to?
Mom, where are we going?
Oh, shit.
Are we there yet?
A variety of places. So Lola is traveling wherever's nearest. We're immediately leaving the city, heading somewhere else. We are traveling all over wherever we can find places of learning, libraries, universities, anything like that, to find. Oh, right.
I am stealing things everywhere
What's
we
my
go.
history? 13.
Cool. So you know that the largest library in all of Rivaryn is the Dalia City Library on the very edge of Dalia. It's a vast library. There's so many books from around the world. It houses the largest collection of text on the new arcane arts, with over 1 million books on the subjects. You do know that there is a good selection of free scrolls for students to copy into their spell books, which you do know Red would have a field day with. There is also, because it has a lot of text on the new arcane arts, there are also a lot of text on the directly correlated subject of the 4 planes, including several books on Dark Void alone.
Perfect. That's where we're heading.
So you guys head out on the steamliner, and you make it to Dalia in a day and a half. And that next day, you are already researching books in the library. Before we jump into your research, Ren, can you make an investigation check for me?
Why on earth? Okay, now I do have a D20 investigation. Ooh, math. A 21.
Cool. So as you're looking through all of the spells in front of you, you don't see anything that's like obviously you don't see anything that's like obviously new to you at first. There's a lot of stuff that is already in your spell book, or you've seen it before, and you're like, I don't like that spell. That seems a little too for me. You do, however, find a few spells. Give me a second. I am trying to. Yeah. You find a few spells that are pretty higher levels for you, and you've never tried them before. I'm gonna be honest. I have to make sure. Yeah. You find 2 spells that you've never heard of before. Or maybe you've heard of them, but you've never heard more about them before, that you find interesting enough that you're copying it down into your spell book. These 2 spells that you find are, you find...
yes!
Touch, which is a 3rd level spell. And you also find... what am I going to give you? I want to give you something good that you can really have a field day with.
Give me something chaotic.
Oh no.
You also find...
Chaos.
I'm going to give you... You also find...
I'm a worried mother right now. No.
I am not going to give you fireball.
No.
I'd be okay with a cantrip. I can cause a lot of chaos with a cantrip.
We don't have enough fire problems. If a city has not burned down, we do not have enough fire
You also
problems.
find Stinking Cloud.
Oh, yes.
Sorry.
And because you got a 21, you actually, I don't think, can learn another cantrip at the moment. Oh, you can learn it in your spellbook. Yeah. You just can't have it prepared at the moment. I'm also going to say that you find a cantrip. You find... Let's give you... You find Gust.
Nice.
Okay.
Love Gust. Big
It's one
fan.
of my favorite
Well, and you
spells.
find all that in this section of the library. This is a very progressive city. This is a modern city. If I had to compare it to a real-world city, it would be New York City. Nobody here has a problem with Coco being in the library.
Jesus.
As long as Coco doesn't destroy anything,
Please.
you're good.
I'm begging you.
We're going to cut over now to Lola, who is halfway across the library with like 7 different books on Dark Void, and then like 4 different books on planar travel, and then like 3 different books on the history of the planes, all this stuff, all in front of her. Lola, make an
I've got
investigation
plus
check.
7 to investigation. I
Say.
rolled a 17, so I got a 24.
Awesome! So on a 24, you immediately discover some very pertinent information that I'm going to leave it completely up to you whether or not it relaxes you or not. You, the first thing you research is planar travel and the planar reset, because you know planar travel is dangerous. You heard it, planar reset, the whole thing. You find an overwhelming number of texts that tell you that yes, planar travel is dangerous. It is especially dangerous if you are traveling to Hellion or to Celestine when it's not a planar reset. That being said, every plane has its own planar reset cycle, and Dark Void's is the lunar cycle. It's the new moon. So in the 48 hours following a new moon, it is almost perfectly safe to travel to Dark Void. The only exception is some people might come out of it feeling a little lethargic, but there's no long-term damage. It is very safe to travel as long as you travel during the planar reset. It's dangerous if you don't travel during the planar reset, but you have a good 48-hour window where it's very safe. The second thing you look at is you look at texts on the plane, specifically Dark Void. You discover that there is indeed a plane where it is very dangerous to travel through that plane because there are a lot of wild beasts and demons, and that is Hellion. That being said, Dark Void is a very neutral plane. The only entities that exist there are the King of Shadows, who looks over the plane with a neutral eye and regulates the shadows that exist there, and the shadows themselves, who are the souls of all who have passed. And only the best souls make it to the city of Nowhere, where the greatest souls live out their euphoric death. Whereas most souls lose their memory and lose their sense of self and wander in the great fields of Dark Void for all of eternity. Souls are not violent. They are incorporeal beings. The great fields are just mindless wandering shadows. Unless you actively try to get yourself killed by the King of Shadows, you really are not going to find yourself getting hurt in Dark Void. The only plane other than Hellion where you could possibly get hurt is if you just cross the wrong elemental in the plane of Elementa, which is the plane of non-living magic, whereas Dark Void is a plane of life and death magic. You learn all of this in your research. You don't seem anywhere to find any other ways to contact Alina Grandier, but the evidence is becoming more and more in favor of the fact that you actually, unless you guys do something really stupid, you will actually have a safe trip as long as you travel during the planar reset in those 48 hours.
I would not put it past us to do something stupid, though.
Yeah.
I will say that this plan is almost entirely you guys proof.
Is it Andrew proof?
The King of Shadows, that's the hang-up. Because there's the rub. There's the rub. Because the King of Shadows is not easily triggered. He is a neutral entity.
Leave it to me.
Okay.
So how's Lola feeling?
Lola, I would say I am feeling significantly better than before, knowing that this is not just some chaotic whirlwind that we're going into, that it's somewhere that, for the most part, we can get in and out unscathed.
Awesome. Coco, what are you doing during all of this?
I'm specifically looking for a dictionary to steal. If there's any patrons in there, I want to take the equivalent of their wallets. Random pens and paper. If there's like a little fez anywhere, like I want that. Just, little grocery list that I'm looking for in the library.
Cool. Lola and Ren, do you do any, before we get to that, do you do anything?
So over the rest of the time, once we have that information, we're going to start heading back, but I'm going to give Ren a bit of an allowance to get the spell components, maybe any spells, things like that. And I'm going to be looking for work along the way to make sure I can still feed my kids.
Awesome. Ren, I will allow you to purchase one more second or third level spell with that allowance over the course of these 2 weeks. Clara, you can choose what it is and add it to your add it to your spell
do
list.
I need any of my... Do I need to buy any spell components?
I'll say you also buy the components you need
Okay.
for any new spells. Cool. So we're gonna skip to the end of the 2 weeks. You're all back together, and you travel to Dalia. Before we resolve this, there's 3 things I need to resolve. First,
Yeah,
I need,
what did I steal?
I need a sleight of hand check and then a stealth check from Coco.
Alright.
And then you're gonna have to write some stuff
I'm
down.
so sorry. You said what level spell? In one year, out the other. Got it.
Second or third. I just gave you several third level spells, so if you'd like to have more lower level spells, because you have a little more spell slots, we'll want to consider that too. First, your sleight of hand check.
That's a 21.
And now your stealth check.
23.
Okay, are you ready to write stuff down? Are you ready to write stuff down?
Oh, Coco fell off my shoulder.
Coco's down.
Yes.
So everyone, would you like to meet Andrew's new character?
No.
Okay, you ready?
Uh-huh.
You walk away with 7 wallets, each one with a variety of just like business cards and IDs. You walk away with 256 gold.
Okay.
You manage to steal a baseball cap for the Light City Rangers, one of Dalia's teams. Specifically, the team owned. Specifically, you find out it's Lola's favorite team. At some point, one of the mage ball teams in the city. You walk away with a tie. Somehow, you come across like a necktie that has just like blue and white stripes on it. You also find a cute little bird plushie. You don't realize this at the time, but it's actually a raven. And after about 4 days, Coco has this limited lemur knowledge realization that it looks like Adira. And you also find several sheets of paper that I wind up going, except for a few of them that you probably stick in your diaper, wind up going to Ren to become more pages of his spell book.
Pages of a book.
And the last thing you find is a large brass key, but you have no idea what it unlocks.
I have 2 keys now, y'all. Don't know what they go to, but I have 2 of them.
That is everything you find over the course of the 2 weeks of stealing.
Out of game, Mom, we have our money problems are solved. In game, you have no fucking idea.
Am I gonna hold on to that? Okay.
Mom, make an insight.
What's my
check.
insight?
Make an
I only
insight
have a
check,
+2
Mom.
to insight. How do I not have more?
I need a deception. I need deception from Coco.
Okay.
How charismatic can a lemur be?
Probably more charismatic than I am insightful.
You'd be surprised.
Unless you want to use my passive investigation for some reason. My passives are
I got a
terrible,
dirty 20,
but
just
my
so you
passives are
know.
higher than what I rolled, so.
Oh.
Well, here's the thing: are you actively looking for things that Coco stole, or do you?
I
realize
mean,
that
after
Coco stole them?
traveling with Coco for the amount of time and knowing Coco, I think I keep an eye out, but not like a lot, because I know she.
If you think you're keeping an eye out, then I'm going to say.
Well, I got a
active
9,
roll.
so.
You have no idea, Coco. Are you revealing any of this to your mom, the money or anything?
In due time.
In due time.
What's a lemur gonna do with
Sounds
money?
good. The last thing I need Emily and Jake to both roll
no.
Oh
a
no.
D100 and then divide the roll
Uh-oh.
you get by 5.
Oh, God.
6. Roll divided by 6. You might have to use calculators. Divided by 6.
Oof. Coco later.
Okay.
12.
53 divided by 6 is roughly 9.
And what did Bo get?
12.
Cool. And let me do one more thing. So over the course of those 2 weeks, Adira, you have 3 mornings where you wake up with the crazy surges of magic. Bo, you have 4. They are all
Alright.
resolved quickly enough, but you all have to deal with those over the course of those 2 weeks.
I'm right there. On the
Do I
call.
notice that Bo has magic explosions like I do?
I'm going to say it's inevitable that you do notice it.
You lied to me. I thought that fire was me. I felt so bad.
Wait,
Technically, I didn't
history
lie.
check. Roll a history check to see if you can tell that fire was actually Bo, or it was just coincidental that you caused it in Bo's room.
Yeah, it's not that I lied. You just automatically
Took the blame.
assumed it was you. Yeah, I never said anything. I never said it
It was an
wasn't me.
18 history check.
You do get the feeling that it was Bo, but at the same time, you also remember that you did immediately take the blame for it. You didn't let Bo be like, it wasn't me, or anything. So, it's kind of your fault that you lied to you
to
about
know
it.
anyone else has chaotic magic. All the disasters that happen around here are caused by me. I could only assume.
Anyway, so it is now 2 weeks later. You are all on the evening of, I believe this is the 17th of K4s, unless I am wrong about the date I have given. It is about 2 weeks' time later. Granted, there aren't actual weeks in Dalia. It's just 28 days per month. But it is about 2 weeks later. I have it somewhere. It is the 20th of K4s. The 20th. It is the evening of the new moon. There is no moon tonight. You know the next day in the morning you are all going to be heading out to try to find a solution, because you have about, from this point, from the next morning, about 36 to 48, 36 hours max to find a solution. Shouldn't be that hard. You're already in Dalia. The life and death magic, the dark void magic is pretty strong. It is that evening. Everyone is in bed. Everyone's asleep in your hotel. You are all staying in a small lodge. If I could find my mouse so I can click on my page of information. You are all staying in a small lodge near the steamliner station. It is called, if I can find it, it's called the Pasker Lodge. If anybody watching is Jewish and you want a pronunciation, think Paschal Lamb from Passover. It is Pasker instead of Paschal. The Pasker Lodge. It is a small family-owned inn near Great Axle Station, the main steamliner station you all arrived in. The only person who's awake at this time, for some reason you have trouble sleeping, Adira, I need you to give me a perception check with advantage, because you have nothing better to do than look out the window.
19.
You are looking out the window and you see the street's very dark. You're at a section of the city that doesn't stay up all night like the middle of the city does. But you see, as you're looking at the window, a woman seems to step out from the hotel entrance. Everyone else is asleep. This woman is tall, beautiful, blonde hair, wearing a blue dress. She seems to turn around and look straight up at you in the window and acknowledge you, and then turn around and walk down the street.
Follow her. Follow her.
Interesting. Lily's asleep, right?
Yes, give me an insight check.
Uh, 16.
Seems like this woman wants you to follow, but this is a private matter between you and this woman.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to sneak out of our room.
Cool, make a stealth check. With advantage, because Lily is fast asleep.
I'm out.
Lily's snoring.
Head empty, no thought. That's a dirty 20 still.
Hey.
You make it all the way out of the hotel with no one catching you. It's perfectly safe. And
The
you
adrenaline is pumping.
make it out. You follow down the block where you saw her travel, and as you turn the corner, there is a very small park. It is like maybe a block total. And there is a small field in the middle of the park, and sitting on a bench is this woman seemingly waiting for you. And as you walk towards this woman, friends at home, would you like the biggest plot twist of the game?
Excuse me?
What?
Do you want to hear? Do you want the biggest plot twist?
We're
of the game?
friends at home. Yes.
Friends at home?
What do you... What?
We're friends at home.
Yes.
Yes, you
Oh my god.
players.
I don't know if
Rhea
I'm
Burke's
ready.
not dead. Rhea Burke's not
Alright.
dead.
Tomorrow?
I'm calling it. That's my guess.
Probably.
Oh, I got it.
No. What?
If you keep talking, I'm not going to say it. Andrew, would you like to introduce your character?
Who?
Child,
What?
come and sit with me.
Wait, what?
What the...
What?
I am a tall, blonde-haired woman in a blue dress with a lime green handbag.
I will... Oh my god. I will go and sit next to this woman, and I'm going to ask, you aren't the guardian, are you?
Who?
Never mind. Who are you?
And as you're now sitting closer to her, you can see that her eyes are an ember color, and Coco's
Stop!
eyes, unlike
No.
regular lemurs, are an ember
Shut the
color.
fuck up. Stop.
Oh my
No. No.
What?
Seeing as I'm limited, I figured that you would be the best one to talk to. And I know this sounds very strange, and from what I can gather from Coco's memory, you've been through a lot over these past few weeks. And sweetie, I don't want to put any more on you, but it seems that Coco trusts you more than you could ever know. We've been traveling with Ren and Lola for over 3 years now, and she's never brought them to me, so things must be getting serious. What is the state of the tower exactly?
Are you asking me or Adira?
Adira.
No. I'm sorry. I'm still wildly confused. You're connected to Coco how?
A long time ago. I don't exactly know how long ago, because, well, every new moon, it seems, I'm able to revert back to my original state. But every other day of the month, I'm in my Coco form. She doesn't retain any of my memories whatsoever, but I do retain a few of hers that she deems are worthy for me to receive. So, it seems like you have a lot to deal with those memories for this time. Usually it's just random stuff that her and Ren have blown up, or, she finds something shiny. But she really likes you, and I think when she saw your were-raven form, she connected that you and I were similar, and that we both can go back and forth. I was cursed a very long time ago.
You are Coco?
I am Coco, yes, as Ren has speaking to me.
Can we just take a pause for a second to acknowledge Joe dying over here?
It's so hard to keep it together.
What is this session?
I want to... I would like to acknowledge the fact that, given that I helped create these characters with my players about, 4 months ago at this point, Andrew and I have been sitting on this little tidbit of information for almost half a year.
Gosh, dang
Little
it.
tidbit.
Yeah.
I hate y'all.
Just a little
Yeah.
thing.
And y'all can now meet the next character in our campaign.
What's her name?
So, do you go by Coco, or do you have a different name?
You can call me Sapphire.
Sapphire.
Yes. And I do believe that there is a way to break my curse. And I've tried for years. I don't even know how long it's been. My assistant droid was helping me. He was a wonderful Omnimech. His name was... I haven't spoken in so long. A little tear starts to come to her eye. His name was Lou.
Wow.
He helped me out for so many years. But he didn't come back one night, and I don't really know what happened to him. So, but I do know, or at least I've put together enough that my curse has come from my necklace that has been broken, but I don't know entirely where.
I was going to ask, your name is Sapphire. There are these... Well, we found one first. A sapphire amulet that my mother gave to my sister, who's my mom. And then this guy has one, but it's supposed to... I've heard... Ren found out that
it's
three
one
sapphires...
of 3, and I pull out the third one.
Oh my god!
This has been sitting in Coco's diaper this whole time.
It really has. You have the other 2?
Yes.
She's literally bawling now.
What
okay.
do we need to do? Put them together?
That's just it. I've been trying to research this for years, and I have no idea. I mean, I'm guessing that it has something to do with, I need to close the chat.
Yeah, I'm not focusing on the chat.
It keeps popping up.
We have a chat for the players while this is all going on.
From what I've gathered, it needs to be assembled with my greatest legacy. And I believe that might be the tower. But I don't know.
What do you have to do with the tower?
I don't know. I mean, I'm only on, or not on, but I'm aware of my existence for about 6 hours every month. So I have very limited time. What time is it now?
At this point, it is about the middle of the night, the center of the night. You have maybe 4 hours before you are Coco once again.
Well, judging by the lovely moon, I have maybe 4 hours left. You have no idea how long it took me to try and get your attention. Seeing as I haven't actually talked to people in a long time. Can I trust you with this?
Yeah. Is
Because I
this
fear
something
that if the tower shuts down and I'm not brought back, I'll either be stuck as Coco forever, or I won't come back at all.
Is this something you want me to keep to myself?
For the time being, I don't want to...
Jake, don't shake your head at me.
I don't know about this, Jake. Stay out of it.
I don't want to scare the rest of the party, seeing as you all know me as Coco, and just to be completely honest with you, whatever Coco steals, I don't... That's not me. That is completely her.
If you don't mind me asking, how did you get turned into a lemur?
I made a god very angry.
Gods are the worst.
They
Deities
really
suck.
are. You
They
want to be
ruin
beautiful
people's
forever, and then
lives.
they screw you over. I swear.
My mom, my Lily thinks there's like a god of selflessness. I call bullshit. I don't believe it for a second.
As much as I would love to continue this conversation, I really need to go and get some other things in order, seeing as I have very limited time. It was so wonderful to meet you. What is your
You
name?
as well.
The only, I guess, translation I can come up with in my head is best friend.
My name is Adira.
Does your Adira start crying?
Her eyes definitely well up with tears.
I pull out a little notebook and I write down Adira.
There's like a heart next to it.
Yeah. And then I'm like ruffling through my bag. There's definitely some more things in here than I put in here last time. But that is for another time. And I bid you adieu. And I cast invisibility on myself.
And that's another thing. Coco's human form is a magic user. So, Bo is dead. Coco is a person.
What the
and that is where we are going to take our break.
No!
I didn't realize
We will
had-
see you
we
again
had
soon.
stopped.
Hey y'all, Andrew here. This week's non-sponsored shoutout goes to Google Drive because if it wasn't for Google Drive, Campaign Crusades would have a heck of a time getting everything done. We use it to upload all of our videos so that our wonderful editing team can put them all together. We share documents with each other all the time. It's honestly one of the best things that we use so that all 8 of us can have access to whatever we need since we're all across the country. Now, back to your regularly scheduled program.
Welcome back from our break. A lot has been revealed so far. More than the DM was expecting, but not too much that the DM has to completely derail the campaign, which I will admit has happened once or twice with these people, not that they know it. There have been moments where players have made decisions and I've gone, I am going to write you a new half to the campaign. But this is not one of those moments. Fortunately. You all wake up the next morning in your respective rooms.
so
Lola,
proud.
you see Ren sleeping soundly on the bed with Coco tucked in Ren's shoulder area. Adira's still fast asleep when Lily wakes up. You all wake up. Adira and Bo, I need you to make d20 rolls for me.
11.
16.
Neither of you have magical surges in the night. What is the first thing y'all are doing today? It is now the 20th. It is now the 21st of K Forest. You have about 36 hours until the end of the planar reset. If you guys are smart, you should be able to get in during the planar reset, no problem.
I hand my mom a handful of gold coins.
Of gold. How many?
5. I just rolled a d20.
Oh, where? Coco, honey, where did you?
As a
All
treat.
right.
This
Thank you,
this
honey.
is Lola's allowance, everyone.
Coco is the true lord of the family.
Coco is the breadwinner.
Are we
Picking
all
pockets and dishing out the dough.
Are we all like meeting up somewhere to discuss plans?
Weren't we all sleeping in the same apartment?
Well, you're all in Dalia now. You're sleeping in the same hotel. But you guys, this time around, were able to get 3 rooms right next to each other. None of them have interconnecting doors, though. That was more money.
I guess I want to talk to Bo for a little bit while I guess like we're like making our beds or something. I definitely have some
You're
things.
in a hotel. You don't even make your bed.
Well, Kai's going to do it anyway. I definitely wanted to say some things.
I will say a brief reminder to everyone, it is now 2 weeks later. What that means is the dynamics and relationships between some of your characters might be different. Remember that as we go forward. Back to you, Kai.
Okay.
And you only found out about my secret like a day ago, so.
Yeah. Bo, obviously I kind of, stormed off the other day, and while you were, while you told me that secret, and it's not every day that, you learn that your friend is dead and actually 100 years old. But, I mean, you are the best friend that I've ever had. And, we'll get through this. I'll follow you anywhere. Through thick and thin, through life and death, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna get to Dark Void together, and we're gonna get out of Dark Void together.
I put a hand on Kai's shoulder, and I appreciate you, Kai. Well, we'll get to that last part when we get there.
We'll find a way. There's got to be a way. And yeah, that's it. That's all I wanted to say.
Awesome. So you guys all wind up convening in the lobby. Bo, I need you to give me I did not write what kind of check this is on my... I wrote the DCs, but in my notes I did not write what kind of check this is. I'm going to call this an Arcana check, Bo.
That's 18.
So, okay, on an 18, you can sense where the Dark Void magic, the life and death magic, is coming from in the city. You were all told this city has the strongest senses of it. Given the fact that you are, in fact, now I can say this out loud, you are, in fact, dead. You are Shadow. You can feel the pull. It's not like a physical pull, it's more so this feeling that Dark Void wants you to come home. It's not like it's going to physically pull you or anything, but you can feel this pull a bit. You can sense this magic. One place it's coming from is actually the Omnis Tower. Another place, though, that is particularly strong, the magic in the tower, you can tell that it is particularly strong from the tower, as though there is residue magic emanating from the tower from when it was still running. Like, clearly there was something to do with Dark Void when this tower was running. The other thing you understand is that the other location that the magic seems to be coming from is a place on the north end of town you passed last time you were in Dalia. It is called Fisk Manor. It's where the CEO of Fortitude Industries lives. You can sense there's a really strong Dark Void magic coming from there as well, which makes very little sense. It's way too strong for a residential location. No residential location that should have Dark Void magic that powerful. You can also tell that the magic is extremely powerful, far beyond any normal facilities amount that might have access to Dark Void. There's a very good chance that there is a portal there.
At the Fisk Manor, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to do a retroactive history or investigation check for Lola.
Oh, what was it?
Either history or investigation from back when you were doing your 2-week break. I forgot to ask you about this.
Oh, what? How math? 18 plus 7.
Ooh, 25.
Cool. So you remember reading some very relevant information about the Omnis Tower.
Oh yeah.
You know the tower shut down a good 20-something years ago. It also seemed to somehow close off, as though there was some mechanism, a safety mechanism, incorporated into the tower. It's magical and tech, so it protects the tower from any danger. Like, literally no one can get inside. And since it's shut down, no one has ever gotten inside. According to the general public, that is why Fortitude Industries fell short. If anyone has the ability to get into the tower, it's them, and they failed to get into the tower.
Oh dear.
When they had their mission to try to get in. No one has gotten past their defenses.
Are we all, I assume we've all kind of gathered in the lobby, maybe?
That is my question. I don't know where everybody is right now.
Yes,
Not
you've all
gonna
gathered in
lie.
the lobby.
I would
Actually,
like to
I do want
relay
one
that
more-
information.
I do want one more roll for me. I want a D20 roll from Coco.
Okay. That's an 11.
Thank you. And the last roll I need is Kai. I need a history check.
Yes, I want to roll something. Oh, no. That's a 6.
Great. You guys can keep going.
Okay. Do we have a continental breakfast?
They do not. They're not big enough to have one.
Dang it. Well then I guess we'll probably all like meet somewhere in the lobby. Or maybe should we all meet up in someone's room? Would that be better? That'd probably be more private.
Yeah, that's fine. Whoever is the biggest, probably.
No, not us.
That'd probably be
Maybe?
Lola's
I don't know.
room.
I mean, there's 3 of us.
Maybe, but I guess
Let's say
the
yes.
third one is a
What's
lemur.
the plan for today?
Let's just say yes and
a
move
lemur.
on.
Okay.
Totally just a lemur. Yes, it is definitely just a lemur.
Oh.
Just a lemur. Definitely not some ethereal lady.
I'm just a lemur.
Yeah.
Just a
Don't
lemur.
let me-
New session title.
Head empty.
Honestly, though, just a lemur might be a good session title.
Well, do we know where we're going?
When I see Adira, I'm gonna scream and like run and like give her like a hug.
I'll bend down and like offer my arm for her to climb up on my shoulder.
I'll climb up and then I'm rummaging through my diaper and I pull out the little bird plushie and like hold it in front of her face and
Yeah. It's like me.
and I'm just gonna like grab her head and like touch foreheads and then shove the thing back in my diaper.
I kind of like scratch behind her ear and I'm like, yeah, I missed you too.
Lily and Lola, being the resident moms, give me insight checks.
Yeah.
I will warn you on a nat 20, it will still not tell you that Coco is really a person.
I figured that.
What about a dirty 20? Because I just got a dirty 20.
Oh, 23?
So you both can definitely tell that something's up with Adira and Coco. Like, whatever has happened over the journey so far, their bond has only become closer and closer. And in this moment, it seems like there is like just a beautiful moment of true friendship and love between them.
I'm just gonna look very proud. Very
And
happy.
Yeah,
There's
me too.
There's the mom sense. Your mom senses, both of you are going off hard.
Look, Mom, I have a friend and it's a lemur. Aren't you proud?
I'm so
It's
proud.
like Adira finally knows what Coco really thinks about her.
Sorry.
Uh,
Do we know
The
where
awkward
we're gonna
silence
be
of
going?
not being sure how to go about your next moves.
So, how long do we have before the planar reset? That's what
We've
it is, right?
got somewhere, from the research I've done, we've got somewhere in between 36 and 48 hours to get in and get out.
No, you don't.
Just
That's not
kidding.
entirely accurate. You have 36 hours to get in. But once you're in, because the flow of magic is leaving Dark Void into Dalia, you guys could get out at any time. Like,
I
you will
misunderstood
be
what you
moving
said
with-
earlier.
You will be moving with the magic as you leave, not against the magic, so you will be perfectly safe. The
I thought
problem
we had
is
to,
moving
like-
against the magic, which is why you have to go in during the planar reset.
Okay. I thought we had to, like, get in, get out, do like a speed run of this.
It's like
No,
finding
it's just a
Nemo.
speed to it's just speed to figure out how to get in and then get in. That's all.
It's like Finding Nemo when they had to throw the pebble into the thing so they could get
Yeah.
up in against it, and then they could just move back out.
Oh my god. Anyway, so we've got about
Welcome back to Campaign Crusades Finding Nemo.
so we've got about
Mine?
36, 48 hours to get in, and I believe we should be able to make it just fine.
Well, there's a couple places we could look around. Omnis Tower, of course, but strangely Fisk Manor as well.
Well, not even Fortitude Industries can get into Omnis Tower, so I think our best bet might be that manor.
Yeah, that sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Well,
Cool. So you guys gonna start wandering towards the manor?
wandering.
Yes.
Yep.
Very, very wandering.
So you guys start heading in the general direction of the manor. As you're walking through the streets, I need perception checks from anyone who's interested.
Ooh, I'm
I'm
always
Interested?
Oh, I hit my dice tray.
I rolled a nat 2. I'm not even gonna look. Wait, my perception's a -2. I got a 0.
Oh no.
I got
Lola, you go blind. No.
Oh, no.
Coco
I
got
got
a
a
22.
19.
I got a 10.
Me too.
15.
Anyone who got above a 10 or above, sees posters throughout the city for the circus called Ratchet Circus. You all know Ratchet Circus is in town. Just because Ratchet Circus is called Ratchet Circus doesn't mean it's Ratchet. You all see the posters for Ratchet Circus. I was thinking Ratchet like the tool or whatever, like steampunky. You all who notice it see this poster. Coco, there is some strange urge that you need to go to the circus. I need from Kai, Lily, Adira, Lola. No, Lola, you didn't see it.
I got a
Kai,
0.
Lily, Adira, and Bo. I need history checks. No, just Bo and Kai. There's no reason Lily or Adira would have this info.
Okay.
Well, you see, that is a 22, my guy.
19.
Both of you, great. So as you're walking towards the manor, there's this moment of realization that you have as something triggers in your memory. You know that going to the manor will screw you over because this is the CEO's manor. It's going to have high security. It's going to have powerful magical defenses. Like, getting into the manor on your own is pretty much going to doom y'all to either getting arrested or killed. That being said, you do suddenly have this memory tick in the back of your brain. You remember upon seeing this poster for the circus that you guys encountered the circus once before during your travels. And upon doing some research involving the circus on a whim, you both discovered that there is a man who works for the circus, who is now their escape artist, who is, rumor has it, he once worked for Fisk Manor directly. No one knows for sure, it's a rumor, but rumor has it he worked there directly, but he saw some things that made him quit to join the circus. Because the circus is the only place where he could, it seemed, could find people who supported him. If you can convince him to help you, you guys could possibly, if this is true, he will know the manor very well. You guys could get into the portal, if it's there, very safely.
Hold on, yo. Kai?
Yes?
Yeah, are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yeah.
Alright, change of plans, or just a quick edit to them. There's someone at the circus that may be able to help us. he worked for Fisk Manor, and without him, we probably won't have any luck getting in. Who knows if he'll help us, but might be useful to try.
Well, if that's our best bet.
All right, who wants to go to a circus?
I'm jumping, pointing at the circus sign. Like, I'm jumping up and down. Like, I've jumped off of Adira's shoulder, and I'm now just, like, bouncing on the ground, like, screaming and pointing at the sign.
All right.
Cool.
Let's go for it.
So you guys begin making your way to the circus. You guys begin making your way to the circus. Give me a second, sorry.
As we're walking, can I, like, try to hold hands with Adira and, like, swing our arms back and forth?
You can.
You can
Okay.
try.
Yeah,
I'm going to
I
skip
think
a little
you guys-
bit also.
of course you are. I think
It's okay.
Adira is slowly becoming more comfortable with Lily again. So
Cool. So you guys head to the circus, and you eventually arrive at a small park where the circus is being hosted in the East Quarter neighborhood of Dalia. You arrive at the front of the circus, and you see a man who's clearly the ringmaster. Is standing, a tall, thin man with a bright red and black striped set of tails and a long top hat. He is standing in front, goes, "Come one, come all to the Ratchet Circus! Ah, welcome to the circus! Are you all interested in a great show today?" As he looks directly at all of you.
this place is terrifying.
Yeah.
This is
yeah,
like classic circus. You see all these acts wandering about, people walking into the circus, big tent, a big top. You hear the noises of people talking inside, animals. You hear the sounds of an organ.
we
Are
need,
there, like, pictures of, like, animals doing, like, crazy stunts or whatever?
Say it again?
Are there, like, pictures of animals doing, like, crazy stunts and stuff like that outside?
To a
or-
degree. You see, like, pictures of lions roaring, stuff like that.
I'm gonna stare him dead in the eye and pull my pole out.
Cool, not
He
now,
looks
not
at
yet.
you and goes, "Impressive! So, who would like to arrive at our circus today? It is only a short fee, 15 gold per adult, 10 child, to enjoy our big top performance for you."
I let it fall and hit him.
He very nonchalantly takes a step out of the way. Like, this guy works at a circus.
Worth a shot.
And he looks at you dead in the eyes and goes, "You dropped your pole."
And I start putting it away.
Well,
During all of this,
And he looks
during
at...
all of this, Ren is gonna take his goggles and just kind of like put them on, and like he's gonna get really close to Lola because he is very, very uneasy with all of this. It's a very new environment for him. He's just like, if they can't see my eyes, they can't see me, I can't see them.
What are you all doing?
I'm going to look at Bo and wait. Like, is this the guy? This isn't the guy. We got to just find the guy,
I
right?
don't know. It's not him. He was a escape artist.
Can we
Yeah.
get backstage?
Are you talking to Bo or talking to the ringmaster?
I'm talking to Bo.
I have no idea.
Uh,
Sir, are there any backstage passes?
He goes, "My good man, if you are interested in going backstage, we can offer you a little trip backstage after the show, but we must ask, as we are about to begin, that you let our performers do their acts first. You can watch if you would like. 15 per adult, 10 per child."
Sounds like a
Yeah,
lot
I
to
must
show
warn
then.
you, in order to get backstage, you do have to attend the circus. It is one of our rules for the sake of no random stragglers. We make money. We make money a certain way.
All right. I'll pay for myself and Kai because I'm going short on funds.
Can
I
I
will
toss
pay
one of
for-
my wallets at him, but like, there's no money in it. It's just rocks.
He picks it up and looks at it and goes, "Well, this would be very useful if there was some coin in it. But I believe you dropped this," and hands it to you with a smile. He has like this handlebar mustache. He
I
looks
look
like
at it and
circus.
smile and hand it back to him.
He's gonna take it and go. "And who would this young child's mother be?"
That would be me. I'm gonna be paying for these two right here myself.
There's a great moment of noticing that he said child, not monkey or lemur. And he hands you the wallet, Lola.
Thank you, appreciate it. I'm gonna be paying for these two right here and myself.
Lovely.
Mom, I have
You also, by the way,
25
all see
gold.
that
Do you need me
outside
to
the circus
pay for
doors,
this?
there are the strongman and a strongwoman kind of being bodyguards for payment.
I can handle it, and I'll pay for me and Adira.
Awesome. So you all pay, and you are able to head into the circus. You arrive in this big top tent, and it seemed like all of the acts who are present are very heavily like preparing, like avoiding the audience for the time being. It is a matinee performance. With your wandering around all day, because you are not renting auto bikes, it does take you until about midday to get to the circus. It's now a matinee performance. You sit down, and the circus begins. The show itself is beautiful. You see beautiful acts, trapeze artists swinging across the tent, flying through the air over hoops of fire, pits of lions. The lions below roar in the ring. It's very clear they have a sense of pride. Like, they are happy to show off that they are beautiful lions and lionesses. It also doesn't seem like they have any, like, scarring or anything, like they've been abused or anything. Like, these lions seem to be treated well. And that is important. The lions are standing on their hind legs, paws in the air. The main lion is clearly the king of the circus. There are clowns making their way through the crowd, pulling jokes, scaring some circus goers. One clown does come up to Ren and hands and offers a wrapped candy bar.
I run over and slap him across the face.
The clown takes a minute and just recoils for a second, and then smiles and offers Coco the candy bar.
I take it, and then I slap him across the face again.
As soon as you take it, before you can even do a slap, there is a mini explosion, a harmless puff of color where the candy bar is. And as it settles, he does then take out a real candy bar and gives you like a little caramel and chocolate candy bar.
I bite his hand.
Moves on.
No, I bite his
At
hand.
that point, no, he like tosses it gently into your lap. So his hand is way too far from you.
I bite at him.
At that point, he's not paying attention to you anymore. You bite at him, but he's no longer paying attention. He's moving on to the next family. You all see like a box comes in and is put in the center as the lions leave, and it is a large like wooden box covered in thick chains and locks, and it's dragged in. There's a rumble, a bunch of rumbling, about 10 seconds, and then there's a click. The chains fall and a box falls apart and reveals the escape artist. It is a thin, tall man with gray hair and a gray handlebar mustache, and he puts up these white gloved hands in a ta-da motion, and as he does so, his red sleeves slip a little. I need a perception check from anyone who is kind of like intently paying attention to not just the circus, but him specifically.
I will, but Lily's also like hyper fixated on everything because she's straight up not having a good time. So when she gets like spooked, she'll squeeze Adira's hand or sometimes grabs Bo's arm.
That was a 21 perception for Adira.
I got a 19.
I got a
That was
9.
17.
I also got a 9.
Hey!
I gave Ren the candy bar.
Yeah,
During the
I don't
whole
think
show,
Ren's
Bo
paying
just
for
kind of
that.
has a blank face.
Kai's just...
Adira and Lily, the two of you do see as the thing slips a little, there is clear scarring on his wrist. Scars are interesting. Wait, what did you guys get? Tell me again.
19.
And
21.
Adira? Actually, you didn't get the DC, Lily. Only Adira sees this. You see scarring on his wrists. It looks like it's faint, but it looks like there are scars in the shape of like hand marks, almost like burned hand marks on his wrist, on both of his wrists.
Oh.
The circus goes on, and you see a woman singing on the other side of the tent. She has a beautiful operatic voice. She's singing songs of love, loss, hope, about the passion and the beauty of each being and member of the circus.
Any
And the show
spotlights?
continues for some time, about an hour and a half, before coming to a beautiful climactic end, when all the acts finish together at the same time on stage. And there's like a beautiful tableau of performing arts, as the fireworks seem to scatter behind them, but magically so that they don't hurt the tent. And then the lights fade, and the performers leave the ring, and when they come back up, the members of the crowd begin to leave. For those of you who do not have any, for those of you whose characters might not have sensory challenges or anything, it was a pretty beautiful circus. Like, it was really well performed. Everyone seemed passionate about what they were doing. Even the animals seemed like well taken care of and proud to be showing off. You do see like a little like tent door that leads to the backstage area. And the strong people are standing there, but so is the ringmaster. And the ringmaster did talk to you guys explicitly.
I'm
So,
kind of hiding,
shall we-
like, in Lola. Like, my face is, like, pressed against her, like, I'm scared. Protect me, Mom.
Baby.
Give her a little scratch on the ears, like, it's alright, you'll be fine.
I think Rin has joined Coco in that pose of just like on Lola.
I think kind of like how Ren tried to comfort Adira on the steamliner, I'll approach and just kind of put my hand on Ren's shoulder and rub his back and then step away. Just like
He's gonna like nod, but like into Lola's shoulder, like acknowledging that.
So what are you all up to? What are you doing?
I'm just comforting my very stressed out children. That's where my focus is right now.
That's fair.
I'm gonna
We going?
get up and probably motion for at least Adira to follow. But also, I would maybe I would see Lola with her situation and be like, I'm gonna kind of let her take care of this, and guess I'll just motion for Adira, Bo, and Kai specifically to follow me to the backstage entrance.
I'll
So you all
definitely
head to the
follow.
backstage entrance. It takes a few minutes to navigate the leading crowds. The leading crowds going the other way. Takes a few minutes. Coco and Ren, you're able to have those minutes recovering from the sensory overload with your mother. Eventually, you guys are able to get up and follow. But before you guys arrive there, the other four of you arrive at the tent door, the tent entrance. And the ringmaster looks at you and goes, "Wonderful! How did you enjoy our show for you?"
In a completely straight face, Bo says, "Yeah, it was great."
Well, thank you. We always appreciate a good compliment.
It was so artistic. I'm a big fan of the arts.
Why, thank you. Our performers are very passionate about what they do. Actually, one of our trapeze artists wanted to be a trapeze artist from age 2. He'll tell you himself.
I liked the trapeze artists. I wonder what it would be like to fly like that.
I'm sure it's a wonderful experience. I'm not talented enough to do it myself. At that point, he goes, "Right, I would love to let you backstage now, but we must wait for the crowd to disperse a bit so it's a little clearer. If you wait over here for like 3 minutes, I can let you in a minute, or in like that time."
Sounds good.
By the time the crowds start to clear and you guys are about to be let in, that's when the other three of you, Lola, Coco, and Ren, are able to make it to the group. And he goes, "Wonderful, right this way!" And he leads you backstage and then down a path through like a grass hill, a few trees, and you make it to a field full of like tents and caravans and trailers.
Where's the escape artist's trailer that we asked?
He points in a direction towards a blue tent, and you see a little sign that says "Escape" out front. And he goes, "Right that way." He's not expecting visitors, and he is a little on edge usually, so just please be gentle.
Will do. Start heading that way.
Cool. You guys head in that general direction, and eventually make it to a smaller blue tent with a sign up front saying "Escape." Are you all heading in?
I was gonna head in.
I'm gonna go in.
Yeah. I'll go in.
Yeah.
Kai will wait outside.
I think Ren's gonna wait outside with Kai.
I'll wait outside too.
Yeah.
Cool. So Adira, Lily, Lola, and Bo head inside. You all head in, and you see everywhere. It's like this is a maze of objects. There's cages, crates, mirrors, manacles, other objects hanging from the walls and ceiling. I need you all to make dexterity saving throws.
17.
Natural 1.
Oh no.
No, no,
23.
18.
Bo?
23.
So you all are walking through, and you're managing to like avoid getting caught up in anything. Lily, at one point, you don't see a chain on the ground, and you trip and go right into a cage that closes behind you, and you hear a click for the lock. And as you all turn and are reacting and everything, and you all start to freak out, you see an older man step out of like behind some crate and go, I am so sorry, let me get that. And he plays with the lock and opens it for you to help you out, and goes, I don't usually have visitors, so I'm not usually making my cages visitor-proof. I apologize.
Oh, it's
Who are
okay.
you?
I'm clumsy.
Who are you? I mean no disrespect. I have no idea who you are.
We're some friends of the tower, we can say.
Right. Well, it's nice to meet you. My name is Hugo Nilsson. You can call me Hugh or Hugo, your choice. I prefer Hugo, but people at the circus call me Hugh.
Right, Hugo. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you worked for Fisk Manor at one point, yeah?
There's a shadow, like clouded look that goes over his eyes as you say that. And he looks at the ground, and he immediately seems to sit down in a chair behind him. And like, the chair immediately clamps his wrists to the armrest. It's like another escape trap. And he seems to start to like seamlessly escape the clamps without a second thought as he starts talking to you guys. And he's playing with the locks and unlatching them. And it's really impressive that he's doing this without paying attention. But he goes, yes, I was in Fisk's employment. I saw things that I would never have dreamed of. There was this room, a mysterious chamber beneath the manor. It was large and cold, and what I saw, it was terrible. And he pauses for a second as he starts to like breathe a little heavily, and he escapes the traps. And then he's just like rubbing his cheeks, like slowly.
Sounds like you went through something awful.
Yes, there was this experiment. It was dangerous. I don't remember much about it. I just remember there was this being, an omnimech, I think. We were trying to combine it with a human or something, and it failed, and people got hurt. I got hurt. 2 people died. I left. I never returned. I came here. The trauma still haunts me to this day. People don't believe me. They never believe me. The circus believes me. They trust me. They took me in. I've mostly forgotten about this event, but I tried to forget about it. But the name of the project still haunts me. It scars my mind. And he starts to breathe even more heavily.
Sir, are you okay?
Yes, I will be okay. It's terrifying. This all is coming back to me. It's horrible. Why would you want to go into the manor? It's the name. The name is there in front of me. I can see it. And he's like looking into space. You guys look, and there's just the ceiling of the tent. But he like seems to be able to see the name of this project.
not to be blunt, but we have to get in that manner, and anything you could do to help us would be greatly appreciated. Not only by us, but everyone else.
But the project, I can't. The project.
Sir, what are you talking about? We're just trying to get into a house.
Yes, the Omnimech, the Omnimech, the disaster, the danger, people died, the project.
Sir,
And he starts
Can you-
pointing at where the name is. Like, there's no name, but he's pointing at where he said it was, and he looked.
sir, can you please take a breath in through your nose and out through your mouth?
I'm gonna
He
turn
seems to be
to Lily.
struggling to do so. He's just fixed on the name.
I'm gonna turn to Lily. Have I seen Lily use anything to calm herself or Adira down?
I don't think you have.
Okay, never mind.
I will reach forward and gently probably touch his hand that he's pointing with and try to cast calm emotions on him to try to get rid of frightened if he's frightened.
He doesn't seem to be frightened, or well, he is a bit frightened. This is very blatantly and clearly PTSD. He is having a traumatic shock, so there is a bit of fright. He seems to calm a little bit and take deeper breaths, but he still looks at the like he doesn't seem like he's looking at the name anymore, but he's still looking at the spot where he claimed the name was, and he just looks there and goes, "It's a terrible, dangerous place. You do not want to go there. It's if you knew about the project the way I did, you would understand."
What makes it so dangerous?
Just everything. This Omnimech, they thought they could play with life, and people died. People got hurt, and he pulls down a sleeve, and you see this burning hand mark on his skin. And he pulls the other one, and you see it again.
Omnimex were never meant to be combined with human. Who did these tests? Was it?
It was her. It was
Elsa?
Fisk. It was the CEO. She had an organization, a secret department. I was part of it. It went by a private name, so no one would know what it was. It was dangerous. It was terrifying.
Would you reveal that name for us?
Yes, I can. And he closes his eyes, takes a deep breath, and goes, "We called it the Injurova Project."
The Injurova Project?
I need perception checks from Lily, Adira, and Bo.
Ooh, 21.
Well, it was about to be a 19, but it bounced to a 1.
Roll
It's
to a
only a
1, you
10.
said?
Yep.
I got a 10.
Lily and Adira, you guys see Lola's body go stiff, and her eyes turn gray. Bo, you don't notice this, but you hear the next thing to come out of Lola's mouth. Morgan, I turn the floor to you.
Not another.
Hello.
Hello, I am.
Lola.
Hello,
Just
I
read
am.
through the whole thing.
Yeah, please. Hello, I am Omnimech V707, or Injurova. I am the first in a brand new line of mechs designed to blend perfectly into everyday life, complete with skin and facial movement realism. What is my purpose? The Injurova mech is designed like no Omni product you have ever seen before. We are not merely caretaker, factory, or service bots, built to be fully functioning life partners, from companionship to romance, even for things we can't mention publicly. Whatever it is you're seeking from the Injurova mech, we can provide this service for you. At any local OmniMech shop, you can find your very own Injurova mech and begin a life the way you want it. Never alone again. And trust me, it's almost as good as the real thing. I would know. I'm an Injurova mech myself.
And with that, you see her eyes snap back to green, and Lola seems to come to. Lola, you don't remember anything since whoever it was. It might have been you. I don't remember myself as the DM. Whoever asked what the name was. That's the last thing you remember.
I pushed
Are you
towards.
gonna answer his
he-
question, sir?
You look at this guy, and he is sitting back in the chair in horror. His mouth is agape. He is shaking. This guy's eyes are wide open. He has tears streaming down his face as he is just staring at you like you are, hell incarnate. As like,
Sir, are you okay?
His face is red. He is shaking. He looks traumatized to no end.
Lola, can you step back?
What happened?
I push towards the guy and grab his collar and just say, "What the hell is this thing?"
Oh!
He doesn't speak. He is just shaking. He is scared out of his wits.
Leave him alone.
Yeah, Bo, he doesn't know anything.
The Omnimac was not supposed to do this kind of thing. This is not its purpose. And I kind of I'll take a step back.
I'm sorry. I'm a little bit lost here. What just happened?
Oh my god.
Why are you guys staring at me?
Remember, something weird happened.
A lot of weird things have been happening lately, yeah.
You don't remember what just happened?
I remember we came in here. Bo asked this gentleman a question, and then he started to, act like this.
And
Do
we've talked before that you don't have a whole lot of memory before the junkyard.
Right?
With that, you all see the man raise a shaking hand with a finger pointed right at Lola. And he looks at you and points, wide eyes, he's still shaking, he's still crying, and he goes, "It's you. You're her. You're Injurova." This time it doesn't trigger, because it's the whole thing that triggers. But you hear the name Injurova, and this guy's pointing at you.
What is the exact trigger that makes her say that line?
I don't know, did you catch it?
Bo, what did you say?
So didn't say anything. I'm just not repeating it as the DM.
Sir, why are you pointing at me like that?
You're the mech. You're Injurova. You're the one we tried to give life.
What are you talking
You killed
about?
2 people. You gave me these! And he holds up his wrists, and you see the burn marks of 2 hands.
That's ridiculous.
Lola,
Look
at that
at
you
my
realize
hands.
these hand burn marks are your sized hands. I need you to give me a wisdom save.
Oh dear. Wish me luck, guys. I got a -2 to my wisdom.
Oh no.
But I rolled a 19, so it's a 17.
Oh.
You have a moment where you think about the hospital. You think about taking care of Coco. But this time there's a memory. You feel like you remember this little opening appearing in your palm. No, in your fingertip. And rubbing an ointment on Coco. You flash back further to when you were at the farm road. And you have this sudden memory of helping Ren, and this time the same ointment appears. And this time when you see the lightning come out of your hands, you feel like it coming from something interior, stretching in through your arm, and your finger opening to reveal a little like point, and the lightning stretching out of that and then closing up again.
I don't understand.
I think we should continue this conversation outside and leave this poor man alone.
No, I think we should get answers from him.
agree.
What?
Lola, I think there's a lot.
Listen, honey,
answers that
I
you
know you
need
have a
that
lot to
we-
say right now, but you're a 13-year-old girl. Please, just let us have a conversation. Sir,
Ooh.
What did you just say to me?
I'm not talking to you right now. Sir,
Shit.
what do you mean I gave these?
He's still
I don't have
shaking
any
and
memory
pointing
of
at you.
this.
He's still pointing at you and shaking.
I don't have memory
Lola,
of
if you
giving
would just
those
listen
scars.
to me.
Lola.
He puts his hands down, but he's like still like he's grasping the armrest. He's shaking. He's crying. He is clearly in shock, trauma. It looks like nobody in the party is equipped to handle when a person is dealing with trauma. That's an interesting. What's the word I'm looking for? That's what's it called? We're seeing the true colors of our party here.
Yeah.
Can I go towards the man
Kai are
and
outside.
attempt to, from what I've experienced with my own panic attacks, can I make like a medicine check or an insight check
Sure,
to try to help him through this?
You can make a medicine check.
I've got plus
In the
10
meantime,
to medicine, but
can
I'm
I
mad.
call? Can I call in Kai?
Oh, it's only a 10.
The man promptly in the chair passes out.
Oh gosh.
What in the hell did you... And I'm gonna go over and try to wake him up.
Lola, leave him
No,
alone!
no.
He does
I have
not
a
wake
plus
up.
10 to medicine.
I call for Kai to come in.
But are you waking him up by shaking him or medically? Because we were all under the impression you're shaking the
No,
hell
I'm
out of
not
him.
shaking him. Jeez. How barbaric.
Make your medicine check then.
Just
Make your
put it in
medicine
the
check.
living snot out of him.
Gracious. 23.
You definitely take care of his position and his injuries and stuff like from hitting his head on the chair when he passed out, but he still doesn't wake up.
From I guess outside, I probably hear Bo calling for me. I'll just give Ren a little elbow and be like, "Whoops, that's my cue," and then I'll run in.
Oh no, Rin and Coco
I
didn't
You
see
see
this
this
happen.
guy passed out and everyone surrounding him. People are confused. Lola looks confused. Adira seems to be almost glancing at Lola with apprehension. It is a mess.
What?
Lola,
What's this going
you need to
on?
back away.
What? Why
Oh.
is he like passed out?
Lola, can you wait outside with Kai? And I kind of give a look to Kai, like, "Hey, I need you to get her out of here."
I followed
Okay.
Kai in, and I think when I see all this stuff, my eyes just like light up like treasures, and I want to start
Ow.
looting the place.
Oh,
Make a dexterity
no.
saving throw.
Red absolutely did not follow.
Dexterity
Kai in.
saving throw.
Yes, there are multiple traps, so you have to.
Rin's
beat
just
multiple pieces
vibing
of
outside,
one roll.
like...
Yeah, they.
That's a 21.
What is it?
21.
So you avoid the cage, no problem. You avoid the crates, no problem. You manage to get around the manacles, but you stumble into a set of chains designed for just escapery and traps, and you get caught. Coco, your leg gets caught right in the chain, and you get stuck.
Oh no.
I start punching it.
It's not going anywhere. It's a metal chain. You hurt your hand. You hear that, Lola.
Oh no. Well, you know what happens next.
I'm gonna
Well,
reach
no,
into
it's
my
not,
diaper.
It's not an injury treatment.
Oh,
You just
okay.
hear Coco struggling.
Okay, so my face goes from visibly angry, clearly the first time you have ever seen Lola actually angry at something, to slightly concerned, but without the eye color change, and I turn and walk in the direction of wherever Coco is to try to find her.
You find Coco right away. Coco's just caught in a chain.
Okay. I'm gonna try to help.
See, I had set up specifically separate traps for Coco because Coco is much smaller than the rest of you.
I'm gonna try
Because
to
Coco is smaller, his DCs were also harder because there were more things he could get caught up in.
gonna
As
maneuver to
she's
get
walking
Coco out of
over,
it.
I reached into my diaper and I pull out this little stick and start hitting it. You know what I pulled out, Alec.
You get Coco out of it almost right away.
Okay.
Did I set anything off by hitting my little stick on anything?
I'm gonna have to look at your character sheet.
It's at the very, very bottom.
I know it is.
Ren is just outside
Yeah.
vibing,
You
unaware.
You just see slamming with this stick on the chain before you can get to Coco, Lola.
Oh no.
And she slams down with the tip of the stick, and there's just a boom, and a puff of smoke covers the entire tent. Some of it escapes out the front, and you also hear this boom, Ren.
Oh,
Hello?
I have fun in there.
You all are surrounded in smoke.
Kai's just gonna run out, like coughing.
Should we get Hugo out of here with all this smoke?
Do we need him for more information? I don't want to cause any more problems for him.
Well, he was our best shot at getting him, but if he's not going to be useful.
Sounds like he doesn't want anyone going into the manor ever again.
I hit my wand on the ground again.
Oh no.
This time, there's a huge boom, and all the smoke just ignites in flame. I need dex
no.
saves from everyone who's not Ren and Kai.
What?
Oh no.
14.
This is what happens when you trust the monkey.
We didn't
I
trust
did not.
the monkey. Trusted the monkey?
I got a 17.
It's a 22.
5.
Mom!
What did Lola get?
14.
Ooh. Okay, so everyone takes 8 points of fire damage, except for Lily and Lola, who take 16 points of fire damage.
Mother.
As
Wait.
the smoke ignites. On the bright side, the fire seems to eat up all the smoke, and the tent clears.
I want you guys to know if I had been in there and failed that deck save, that would have been system shock for me. 16 points would have been system shock.
Oh, same for me too.
I'm gonna kind of realize what I did and put my wand back into my diaper.
Does it seem like this guy is out for a good while?
Was he hurt by the
seems
fire?
Fine, but he
He
seems
seems okay.
unconscious. He seems fine, but he's unconscious.
Kai is going to pop his head back into the tent and just say, "Everybody get out! Stop!
I'm
You
gonna
guys are
run out.
causing way too much trouble. Get out of the tent!"
I'm gonna run out coughing with Adira.
Is
I like
everybody
the show.
okay? Like, but get out!
This whole time outside, Ren has just been cataloging all of his, garbage that he keeps in his bag. He's just, putting it into piles. It's all nice and organized. He has a collection of rocks over here, and they're all lined up by size. He's just having a grand old time.
I love him.
So as everyone comes
So you all
pouring
exit
out...
the tent.
No, not my things!
You all exit the tent. I'm gonna give you, you all wind up picking something or other
No.
that Ren has put out. Ren, everything is scattered across the lawn.
Oh no.
As for the rest of you, you make it up the tent. It takes you a good minute and a half to catch your breath from all the smoke and the fire. You guys, if you don't have asthma, you're all either way having asthma attacks. Resident asthma person here, so I know what that's like in real life. You guys are having minor asthma attacks. You guys are wheezing, coughing, sputtering. Takes you a few minutes to catch your breath. That time clears, and the guy seems to come out of the tent, awake and conscious. And he takes a few deep breaths, steps forward and looks up and looks directly at Bo, and says, "You seem to have a reason." And then he looks at Lola and goes, "If you are the mech, if you are Injurova, you are not what I saw in the chamber." And he looks back at Bo and goes, "If you want to turn this tower back on, I understand that. I do not want to see more suffering. I do not want to see more people get hurt. This is all a torture for every one of us. I don't want people to experience what I experience on a daily basis. I can get you into the lab safely. I can get you to the Injurova lab if you desire to go there."
That would be great. Sorry about that back there, but that tower's getting worse, and we're running out of options.
I do have one condition. please do not make me go in the room itself. I can get
That's
you to the
fine.
door of the room. The rest is up to you.
Perfectly all right.
All right. Meet me 2 hours before dawn at the southeastern end of the manor walls. I will take you in from there. There's a back way I know about that not many do.
See you then.
And he nods and turns and goes back into his tent.
Can I run after him before he goes in and just say, I just wanted to say,
He
and
jumps
I kind of,
when you say that.
oh, sorry.
And turns around and faces you, but he's shaking again.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say we all have our own scars, and I like pull my hair back so he can see the where Raven attack scar that goes across my face.
He nods and goes, my sister's husband was cursed at a young age. Were spider. He seems to know exactly what you were referring to with the scar.
I've never known anyone else to be cursed.
Yes, my brother-in-law.
Thank you for helping us, and then I'll walk away.
Cool. He goes back into the tent.
So does anyone else want to tell Lola what we learned in there? Because apparently she doesn't want to hear it from me.
Could someone also please, like, explain it to me as well? I'm very confused.
Lola is like not paying attention. She's just kind of staring off. I'm staring off in the distance with a very vacant look on my face.
During all of that, Ren was running around trying to get all of his things back into his bag, and now he's just shoving them in his bag.
You get them all in your
And
bag.
it's like,
Don't
excuse
worry.
me, Mr. Kai, you're standing on my paper. Just like,
Oh. Sorry. I step off.
7.
step off.
I'm rolling around on the ground playing with my little raven plushie.
I need a perception check from Lily, Adira, Ren, Bo, and Kai. Lola's busy staring off.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby, that's a 19.
That is an 8.
5. Wow, we all
17.
did that.
Oh, you have to roll with disadvantage because you're busy with your
That's-
papers.
yeah.
Yeah.
16! Those are some good rolls.
Ooh.
Ren and Adira, you spot something glimmering on the
Huh?
little raven plushie that Coco's rolling around with. You have seen this before. You've seen it on Lily, and Adira, you've seen it on Bo. It is a sapphire shard amulet on this little raven plushie.
I'm gonna go over to Coco. Coco, you can't steal from our friends. That's Miss Lily's necklace. And
I shove it back into my diaper before she can take, or before
I
he
was
can take it.
I was under the impression that Sapphire gave me the sapphire shard. Is that incorrect?
No, it is
Sapphire
on
still had it.
Yeah, it is on the sapphire. Put it on the plushie.
Okay, can I, before Coco shoves it back in her diaper? Wait. Can I see it? Can I see me?
I have
Coco?
mine right here.
I quickly run like straight forward, like away from Ren.
God damn it.
Ren,
About to pull
I
out
need to tell
some
you something.
magic.
Ren,
Yes.
listen,
Yeah.
I can't tell you everything, but that sapphire shard doesn't belong to my mom.
Really?
You're not
She's
a part of
holding it
this
up.
conversation.
Lily's holding it up. And Bo, you can feel yours.
Wait, so is everyone hearing me say this? I just want to say this to Ren.
But Lily and Bo, you can feel your amulets, so you know that's not yours.
Ren,
Yeah.
that that was not my mom's. It's not Bo's. I need it.
This is
So-
the first Ren's hearing about Bo's amulet, by the way.
Wait, there's another one?
Oh shit. Yeah, but you can't tell anyone, okay? I shouldn't have told you that. Okay, this is a secret between us. All right. So Lily has one, Bo has one.
Okay.
I need that third one that Coco has. So if she ever pulls it out again, you gotta help me get it.
Okay.
Okay.
Ren's so excited because he's like, oh my god, best friends share secrets, and now I have a best friend.
Oh my god.
Back off. She's my best friend, bro.
No.
So what are you guys doing?
The
I'm
raven's
guessing
away,
Lily
and I'm hugging
Adira
my
and
jug.
Bo- Are Lily, Adira, and Bo catching Kai up on what's going on with, or is whoever catching Kai up on what's going on with Lola?
Yeah,
And
Kai's just
catching
like
Lola up?
crossing his arms, stopping his foot, like waiting for an explanation.
And Lola is still
Don't
just
ask me.
not even there.
I'm only 13 years old, apparently.
Yeah,
Lola's still
I'll,
staring off at the skyline.
I'll snap in front of Lola's face to try to get her back to the mortal plane. But that does she come to?
Do I need to
Or
make
is she
a
just
roll or something?
No, it's up to you if that triggers you or not into being
Yeah.
returned to.
Oh, yeah. What's up? What's happening?
All right. So Kai, right here we have a creation that was off the books. Lola is and not even an omnomech anymore. It's kind of a hybrid. Part human, part omnomech. Was completely off the books.
Well, interesting.
Well, this is a lot to process, but it also checks out with the memories you just had flood back to you.
That man's gonna help us get in the manor, and we'll see what happens from there.
Okay.
Well, are you doing okay?
I wasn't expecting anyone to ask that question.
That's a lot of
Um,
information to swallow.
If Ren is back with the adults at this point, he's just gonna go over and hug Lola. He's like, now it's my turn to do the comforting.
not me.
And I'm saying it all with a straight face too. There's no like sympathy or anything. It's just frustration.
I'm the opposite.
All the sympathy.
Well,
I
guess
mean,
we'll be at the manor 2 hours before dusk.
Dawn.
Dawn, you mean?
Dawn, same thing.
Take notes!
Kai's gonna pat Lola on the back and say, that's not the weirdest thing I've heard. Omnimech, part Omnimech, human. You're still obviously an amazing mom, so.
Why is Kai just
that
me
doesn't
in
change
real
anything.
life?
I'm still looking at Lola with like just concern.
If you're
Also, at this
looking
point, Bo's
directly
kinda
at me, you
walked
can
back.
probably see that Lola's holding her right wrist.
I want perception checks from anyone who's looking directly at Lola.
I don't know if
Ooh.
I would notice
Oh, that's
anything.
a natural 20!
I got a 17. I'm so proud.
I also got a 17.
Twins!
I know, right? It's like we're
So
like
raise your
twins.
hand if you got a 17 or higher.
Ooh, y'all just meet the DC.
You guys see Lola holding a wrist, and you guys get a glimpse of the tattoo on the inside that you've known to say Lola. Lola's tattoo. But from the angle at which you are looking at it,
Which is this way.
it does not say Lola. it says V707. Upside down, it says Lola.
Ah.
I don't know what to say.
Oh yeah, your wrist even says the code he said, V707.
This doesn't make any sense.
Seems like a lot.
So you want to get some lunch or?
Oh yeah, I could go for some food.
Yeah, I'm kind of hungry too.
Cut to us eating shawarma. Well, torn
I
in
think
half.
that would probably be a good idea to
We lost
Cool
our
off.
DM.
I'm still
talk
here.
it out.
Oh.
Would that make you feel any better?
Was that directed at me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like squeeze Lola and say, "Food always makes me feel better."
You see Lola smile for the first time since all of this happened at Ren's comment. You know, I'm not particularly hungry right now, but let's go get you some food.
Ren still has no idea what's happening, y'all.
Head
So you
empty.
guys head off to lunch. Have a nice lunch. I'm going to say that you guys spend the rest of the day just trying to decompress from everything that's happened. There's a lot that's gone on
Reconcile
today.
everything.
Yes, you guys go to bed that night and you wake up. And an hour before you're supposed to meet the guy, and you all head over to the southeastern corner of Fisk Manor. He meets you there. He's wearing all black. He has like everything is. He's got like a bunch of tools. He hands some tools to Bo, hands some to Lola, hands some to Lily, hands some to Kai, and goes, "All right, we're gonna go in this way. I promise I can get you there safely. Once you hit the room, I am not going to. You are on your own." And he turns and does this motion. And you guys begin your journey into Fisk Manor. And that is where we are ending this episode of The Race for Rivalry. That was a lot to unpack. That was a lot of information to unpack. We will let you go unpack it, and we will see you next week with episode 7.
Thanks for watching the episode. If you enjoyed what you saw, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And if you want to stay up to date with Campaign Crusades, head over to our Instagram, our TikTok, and other platforms using the links in the description below. Now, we'll see you in the next one.